Hello and welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. I am Boston Harding here for today's broadcast of the Pleasant Grove Vikings going against the Wastach Wasps today in the last game of the regular season, the last home game as well, which that will make it Pleasant Grove's senior night today, as we will introduce the Vikings, or the senior Vikings on the team, as they did just recognize the only two seniors on the Wasps just a second ago, as I'm sorry, could not quite see who that one was, but I will mention them later on in just 1 second after we do the Vikings. First off is the team manager. As I will apologize for some camera issues right now. Again, a couple of things set up with the tripod as I'm trying to run everything right now. Got the camera, got the commentating, as well as running the stream right now. I was still trying to figure out a couple of things, but doing my best out here. And Vikings come into this matchup being 19-6, and the Wasp coming in at, I believe, 19-10. Actually, it might be 16. I'll check on that in just 1 second as I'm away from my computer. As walking first of the players, number 11, Marley Vaya, her being one of the main outside hitters on the Vikings, getting some really good blocks as well up on the line, as she is, I believe, 6 foot flat and having a great vertical, and being one of the biggest, or one of the big assets on this Vikings team as they come in at the end of the season, 11th in state, 12-1 in region. I believe will take region, as they stand ahead of Maple Mountain, who is 11-2. As I would like to say, I do really like the hat that Marley's wearing. As up next, number 12, Addie Beck, as she being also an outside hitter for the Vikings, having a slower start to the season, I believe battling with a ankle or foot injury, something along the lines of that, but coming back later into the middle to the later stages of the season, coming out, having some great games. As I said, a great outside hitter for the Vikings, really showed out her junior year last year when the Vikings took second in state. I know I bring that up a lot, but that is also just a great run for the Vikings. As up next, number 13, Caitlin Stadler, being the libero for the Vikings. She, I believe, is top 10 in 5A, as well just as in the state for digs percentage. Sorry, still dealing with a couple of things. As up next, number 16, Talay Peterson, who honestly hasn't seen the floor much in this season as she did last year. She was one of the main people on the floor last year as well, as Pleasant Grove's team was really led by a lot of juniors last year, as I'm not sure if I really talked about that at all last season, but just like with Addie Beck Toy Peterson, Tatum Nelson being still one of the biggest pieces for the Vikings up front. Up next, number 24, Olivia Marsh, who I would like to give a sincere apology to, because in the game day and senior night post that I personally made this morning, as I did it last night, posted it this morning. I did forget two seniors, one being Olivia Marsh, number 24, and number 33, Quincy Harvey, who we will see in just in two people. As I really apologize for that. I'm very sorry. I'm not sure how I missed two seniors. I was looking through max preps. I looked at like 3 times over, and I swore I got everybody. But I would like to thank, I believe it was Tatum Nelson's mom, who pointed it out within minutes of the post being up. Just her being not having a lot of time this season on the court, but having some good plays. As another outside hitter for the Vikings.
She was awarded Academic All-State with a 4.0 GPA. She is a member of the National Honor Society and will enter college as a sophomore. Jocelyn loves to learn and has many talents she has taught herself. She is determined and self-motivated, especially
sorry, just a couple of other things had to be fixed there. As walking right now, number 26, Jocelyn Baird, as I'm not sure if we've seen her at all on the court before today, which I know the Vikings will most definitely play all their seniors today. As now number 33, Quincy Harvey, who is the other senior that I did forget in the post. I do apologize for that. As we did see her in her first varsity start. I don't believe it was a start. I believe it was her first varsity game of the season. Earlier, I believe it was at Payson, so that was like the second or third region matchup. Yeah, I believe so. I don't really remember the order, but I remember it was at Payson. I was a little bit shocked. I was with Coleman Keel, and I was talking about it because we didn't see her a whole lot last year either. We did see her play quite a bit, but we haven't seen her a whole lot this year. Definitely a lot more coming into the later later stages of the season. These last 4 or 5 games has been big for her. As up next, number 44, Tatum Nelson, the blocker, just all over the court on the front lines, has been getting a lot of sweeps from left to right. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's called. It's a slide, actually. That's what it's called. But she goes for a block on the left side. If successful, slides over to the right, takes a hit off of 1 foot, and gets the kill. Shows the agility from side to side. As I would like to also thank Zach Nelson, her dad, as he has been to like every single game, including, or like as he is one of the admin at the school, as he has shown a lot of dedication to his daughter and to the season. I know he definitely does a lot for us, for streams, and for everything. But sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked here as Tatum Nelson walks through with her parents and a senior that was missed earlier, number 7, Molly Mitchell. as well as one of the Vikings' biggest pieces this season, as she has been great on the, I believe she's a middle back. I'm not entirely sure on the positions. That is something that I will have to work on, definitely in the off season as it comes towards the guys' volleyball season. But she has had some amazing amount of hits and kills for the Vikings. I don't have the stats memorized, but I know she is one of the top for kills per set. And for those who don't know, a kill is when a player just scores a point. Any point scored is considered a kill unless it's an ace or a block. And that will close it out, or not close it out, that will bring the end of the senior lineup for the Vikings, ending with Molly Mitchell there, a little bit out of order, but that's all right, as I would like to give a great appreciation towards all of these seniors and everyone on the team who has dedicated themselves towards this team and towards the other players on the team and committing themselves to doing everything that they have this season, leading to a great 16-9, I believe. Let me check that right now. Yeah, 16-9, as I was correct earlier. The Wasps are 16-10, as the Wasps are also, 8-5 in region, coming in third, as standing behind, I believe they might actually be tied with the Dons, the Spanish Fork Dons. I'm honestly not 100% sure about that one, but I do know that they are in third. I don't remember if they're tied for third right now, but in second place we have the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles coming in at 11-2, who the Vikings defeated earlier on into region play, beating them 3-2 in a great matchup, as they were one rank, I believe the Vikings were one rank below them on the state rankings, as now that has changed. I believe just off the top of my head, I believe that the Golden Eagles are 13th in state now. If not, they are 12th, while the Vikings take 11th, as well as being, I think, 7th in 5A. Let me check that now. They are first in region. I know that one for a fact, as I will run over the division of 5A as we come into the last game of the season, as Woods Cross coming in with a undefeated record, 14-0, 25-1, second in the state, 11-0 in region, as they are a powerhouse this year. And coming in second, Fremont, 16-1. I believe this is only counting teams against 5A teams. So Woods Cross 14-0, undefeated. Woods Cross 16-1. Actually, wait, I forgot that this is not the rankings. That is just the overview of them. Let me look at the rankings real quick, as it is still Woods Cross at 15-1, Skyline at 17-6. The Vikings come in at third in 5A, 16-9. Maple Mountain comes in at fourth behind them with a better record, 20-6, but region does outweigh overall record, as Vikings have beat them, but they did also lose to them at the start of the season in what Coleman Keel calls the sophomore search, I believe is what he calls it, when there was honestly 80% of the roster that played were sophomores, except for the select few that was Lexi Brown, a junior, Tatum Nelson, a senior, as well as Molly Mitchell, a senior. But basically the rest of the lineup was sophomores during that time, and it took a dramatic shift throughout the year. And coming into the later ends of the season, definitely more seniors on the court. And then, sorry, again, a little sidetracked. Number 5 is Fremont at 25-2. Bountiful at 15-10, who I believe Woods Cross does play Bountiful today. So, and honestly, Woods Cross came to me out of nowhere and took second in the state for volleyball, as I'm not sure who is in first right now. As let me also check that. We do have a decent bit of time before the game starts, as Max Preps is making me sign in to check the Utah state rankings. So give me just 1 second. Not sure why I wasn't signed in earlier. There we go. As Skyridge takes number 1 in the state at 24-2 overall, just under the overall of Woods Cross at 25-1, but they are outweighed by 5 points in the ranking, 5.5 points, which is honestly a big deficit, especially from number 3 to number, from number 2 to number 3. From Woods Cross to Corner Canyon, which is a 0.7% difference. And then Orem at 4th, coming in at a 0.13 difference between Corner Canyon and Orem. Lone Peak at 5th with 17-10 overall record, 30 points, or 30-point rating. Skyline at 6th, 17-6, 27, call it 28, as is 27.95. Desert Hills barely trailing behind Skyline at a 27.90 rating. Mountain Ridge at 8th, 25.91. Syracuse at 9th with 25.17. North San Pete, 28-0, an undefeated record, but 24.68% rating, or point ranking. I don't know how those ratings work, honestly. And then Pleasant Grove comes in at 23.52 point ranking. So that makes them, that is 14 points behind Skyridge at 4th, as Wastach comes in at, let's see, I believe they are 33rd. Let's see, 32nd, 16-10 overall record, 14.61 on the rating. As I will give my voice a little bit of a break before the game starts. I will come back to you. As I didn't see that earlier. The parents and some of the student section has pictures of the seniors' faces on sticks, as we did see that against the Spanish Fork Dons when the Vikings took them in a 3-0 sweep, or a 3-2 battle. I don't know why I called that one a sweep. A 3-2 battle. And the Vikings took that on their senior night. I did see a couple of the parents with the sticks, which was honestly super funny. I loved the parents and all their interactions they had throughout the game, as that was definitely one of the highlights of the game for me. as I'm hoping the Pleasant Grove Vikings parents will have similar, sorry, very similar actions towards the game, as we will start in just a couple of minutes. I'm Boston Harding here for PJSN for the Pleasant Grove Vikings versus the Wastach Wasps. Now, welcome back to the stream. If anyone is now just tuning in, we have the Pleasant Grove Vikings going against the Wastach Wasps for the final regular season game of the year for the Vikings. Their last home game, which will make senior night for the Vikings as well. As we will start in just one moment after the national anthem, which will be sung by Quincy Harvey, number 33, a senior, as well as playing it on the violin. As a huge shout out there to Quincy Harvey, number 33, a senior, getting some extra love tonight from senior night as well as the national anthem there. As introducing the Wasps lineup, as I am unsure what order he's going in, especially for the starting lineup. The Wasps do have a pretty small lineup, I believe only consisting of 15 players, which I believe it is 6 active at one time. So that is just about half of their lineup, as well as the Vikings. In just one moment, I will be able to call that one, as I do know all the players. As starting off with the head coach, Isa Takahashi, the man on the far left, closest to the referees in the black. Molly Mitchell, number 7, a senior, comes up first. Another senior, number 11, Marley Vaya. Number 12, another senior, Addie Beck. Another senior, number 13, Caitlin Stadler. Another senior for the Vikings, someone who we haven't seen in quite a while, number 16, Talay Peterson. Another senior, number 24, Olivia Marsh. Number 26, another senior on the Vikings side, being Jocelyn Bard. Number 33, Quincy Harvey, another senior for the Vikings. And rounding it off for them, number 44, Tatum Nelson, another Vikings senior. And honestly, by my expectations, the seniors will run the final show for the Vikings of the regular season before the playoffs start with, I believe, no matter the outcome of today's game, the Vikings will take either the 3 or 4 seed in the state tournament for 5A. I may be wrong about that. I am not 1,000% sure, but I do know no matter what happens today, they will be top 5, which is a bit of a downgrade from last year, coming in at the 1 seed and then losing it to Lone Peak in the 5th set. I don't know, the heartbreaking defeat last year. Vikings bouncing back good this year, coming in at 3rd in 5A currently, 12-1 in region, looking to make it 13-1 today, bring their record to 17-9. As the Vikings starting lineup will consist of purely seniors, not something that we've seen at all this season. A great change of pace for these girls this season. Starting with the serve, number 12, Addie Beck. And now Caitlin Stadler coming onto the floor for Tatum Nelson, which is pretty customary for the start of the first set. The serve goes to the libero, number 6, out on the right side. Light tap over, cannot make it over. First score for the Vikings. Abby Maxfield, number 3, tries to make it over there, cannot make it on the right side. Addie Beck comes to serve, V's up on the Vikings. Pulled over, received by the middle. A light tap over with the dump. Caitlin Stadler is there with the dig. Olivia Marsh brings it over into dead space. Vikings take a second miscommunication from the Wasps. Finds dead space. Addie Beck with the 3rd go at the serving line. The atmosphere in Valhalla is immense today. Serve to the right is made, dumped over by Olivia Marsh. A Wasp point after Olivia Marsh touched the net on her way down. As this has been a great show up for the Vikings in the student section. Easily the biggest of the year. Addie Beck to Olivia Marsh on the left side, gets blocked by number 11. We've seen her quite a while. Annie Cronauer, as she ties it up 2-2. Milani Allred with the serve, number 1, a sophomore for the Wasps. Received by Olivia Marsh. Peterson to Marsh again, gets blocked but falls after hitting the poles. Brings another Vikings point to put them ahead by 1. As this is a completely different a level of noise from the Vikings for the volleyball season. This is what we see from basketball, as Annie Cronauer with a crazy hard hit through the hands, bounces off of Addie Beck in the backfield, ties it 3-3. The libero number 4, Annie Cook, with the serve for the Wasps. Received by Addie Beck. Peterson to the right side. Hard hit there, down in the back right corner from Marley Vaya, number 11. Peterson gets the assist there. And Talay Peterson comes out after that one. Coming in, number 33, Quincy Harvey. Marley Vaya with the serve. We have not seen this, I don't believe, at all this season. Pulls it over, received by the libero on the right side. As Cronauer with another quick hit on the right side. Vikings cannot make it in time. That makes it 4-4 as these two teams have been going back and forth as the all-senior lineup gets ruined here from Marley McCandless. Number 18, a sophomore, comes in, throws off the Wasps there, makes it 5-4 after the serve goes up and out. Olivia Marsh, number 24, back at the serving line. Pulls it over towards the right side, received on the right side, brought over, tipped from Tatum there. Addie Beck on the middle, white tap over off of 1 foot. Stays on the right side, all red, cannot get it. McCandless to Tatum, a quick hit over, brought over, down on the floor, makes it 6-4. Olivia Marsh with the serve, brought over on the right side, cannot make it over from, Keely Allen. I said all red earlier. I don't know why I said Milani there. Olivia Marsh back at work. Vikings lead by 3. That one will make it a Vikings a lead by 2, 7-5 after that one soars out the back. As the Wasps come up to serve, number 18, Macy Clark, received by Addie Beck. Quincy Harvey brings it over. Clark, a great dig attempt there from Caitlin Stadler, unable to make it as that flies back towards us, or back towards me and the student section, makes it 7-6. As I would like to say, Sheldon Sweet just gave me a bunch of great pictures from senior night. I will make sure to get a couple of those posted tonight. Tatum Nelson, a great quick thought to bring it over, stays alive from the Wasps. McCandless to Tatum, that one brought over and 1. McCandless to Addie Beck, white tap over. They are there again. Caitlin Stadler unable to make it. Calling that one down on the floor, ties it 7-7. Vikings trying to argue that call, saying that Caitlin pancaked and got there in time. Macy Cook with the Tatum Nelson smashes that one. Wow, voice crack. Smashes that one to give them the lead in the revenge call. Now 8-7. Both teams looking very even here. Vikings having some great nerve with senior night. The cheerleaders showing up and a huge student section to back them up. Vikings point on that one, called a raise. Could not quite see who that one was. I believe it was number 8, Keely Allen. as Vikings now lead by 2, 9-7. Caitlin Stadler with the serve, received by the libero on the right side, smashed but returned by the Vikings as Quincy Harvey falls under the net there, makes it a Wasp point, as you cannot pass under or pass the line down the middle. As that will bring Sydney McPhee, number 2, to the serving line. Cannot be received by Addie Beck. Bounces off her arms, flies back towards the parents, makes it 9-9. Sydney McPhee back at the line. Pulls it over. That time is received by Addie Beck. McCandless. Hard smash there from Molly Mitchell. A crazy hard hit there to give them the lead, bring them to double digits, 10-9. Talay Peterson checks back in with the serve, barely makes it over and received harshly. Brought over, received by Olivia Marsh. Peterson to Vi on the right side, tipped and flies out of bounds from number 5, Lavia. I'm only going to say her last name. I apologize, but I am not going to try that first name. That one tipped off of her and I believe Abby Maxfield, number 3, as well. Peterson with the serve, received by the libero. Brought over, Olivia's there, tries to get punished. Peterson is there. Molly Mitchell to Addie Beck, hard hit, bounces off the arms of Abby Maxfield. Makes it 12-9. Talay Peterson back at the line for the 3rd time. Vikings lead by 3 as well. Pulls it over towards the back, received by the libero on the right side. Brought over, Talay goes for it as well as Olivia Marsh. Bounces off both their hands, flies back towards the sideline, makes it 12-10. As that will bring Falia Lavia, number 6, I probably said that one wrong too, to the line to serve. Brought over, received by Caitlin Stadler. Peterson to Via, hard hit, but out of bounds on that left edge, makes it 12-11. The Wasps coming back from a 3-point deficit here, cuts it to 1. As Lavia back to serve, received by Stadler. Peterson on the right side to Beck, hard hit, received by Lavia. On the right side, gets blocked from Via, head tops her as that one brings a Vikings point. Abby Maxfield goes for the hit, but denied from Marley Via. Addie Beck with the serve, V's up from the student section, flies towards the back, goes towards the stands, and an ace for the senior. Sydney McPhee and Abby Maxfield both going for that one on the Wasp side, unable to get it as it flies towards their stands. Addie Beck back at the line. That one off of Abby Maxfield, flies towards the junior varsity, I believe, is back there for the Wasps student section. Brings a second ace for the Vikings, 2 in a row from Addie Beck, as she will take another serve, makes it 3 in a row as a diving attempt from Abby Maxfield cannot make it. Makes it 16-11, Vikings a lead by 5. Addie Beck, again, that one off the poles and drops back on the Vikings side to end the Vikings run on serves, makes it 16-12. As Milani Allred with the serve, number 1 for the Wasps. Pulls over Olivia Marsh is there. Peterson mistimed on the jump or the set there from either Peterson or Molly Mitchell. Either way, it ends out in a Wasp point, 16-13. Allred with the serve, cannot be received by Olivia Marsh there. Brings an ace for the Wasps. We have seen quite a few tonight, as Addie Beck already racking up 3, as well as I believe the Wasps in total have 4. Caitlin Stadler with the reception. Peterson, offhand hit with Molly Mitchell. White tap over Olivia Marsh is there. Peterson, Tavaya on the right side, cannot make it. That one hits the pole, makes it a Wasp point. Cuts the lead to 1, 16-15. Melania Allred on a bit of a run here, brought over in 1 from Olivia Marsh, but miscommunication from Kronauer, unable to make it, as somehow ends up in a Vikings point after what looked like a punishing hit from Olivia Marsh. 17-15, as Molly Mitchell will come up to serve. Cannot be brought over the net. Falls back towards their feet, makes it 16-17, Wasps to serve. Roughly received there by Addie Beck, somehow stays alive as Caitlin Stadler pushes it back over. Allred to Kronauer, gets blocked from Tatum Nelson. Stays on the right side, blocked again from Tatum Nelson and Marley Vaya. Vikings take a lead of 2. Vikings bring it over. Hard hit there, received by Addie Beck. Peterson to Olivia Marsh on the right side, gets past the defender on the back end. Vikings take a 3-point lead, 16-19. As Quincy Harvey up to serve for the Vikings. Sorry, not Quincy Harvey. That one is Bard. Tipped from the Vikings. Bard with a great save there. Olivia Marsh, great attempt, unable to make it. Serve brought over from Kronauer, received by Stadler. Cannot be brought over. A weird hit there from Tatum Nelson. Kronauer back to serve. Serve received by Olivia Marsh, brought over from her as well. Flies out the back, makes it 19-19. Vikings take their first time out, as the Wasps have really shown out in the first set here, still keeping up with the Vikings 19-19. Coming back from the Vikings timeout, Annie Cronauer with the serve. Number 11, a height threat. That one flies out the back. A good read there from Olivia Marsh will make it 20-19. As I believe the biggest lead so far in this game has been 16-11 towards the Vikings, but the Wasps have kept answering back. D's up for the Vikings. Olivia Marsh with the serve, brought over, received, whistle blown. I'm unsure what the call was there. It will end out in a Wasatch point. That will bring number 18, Macy Clark, with the serve. Pulled over, received by Addie Beck. Olivia Marsh going back, brings it back. Caitlin Stadler pushes it over the net. On the right side, hard hit. Goes into the rafters, stays alive. Olivia Marsh and Addie Beck bringing that one over together on the right side. Light tap over, blocked from Tatum Nelson. Whistle is blown. Vikings points, 21-20. I'm also not sure what the call was there. Serve over by Caitlin Stadler, received by the Wasps. Hard hit there, cannot make it over. Makes it a Vikings point as they lead by 2. Caitlin Stadler with the serve over as they lead by 3, 23-20. On the middle, hard hit, received by Olivia Marsh. Caitlin Stadler pushes it over, received. Dump over into open space, a great read there. Makes it 23-21. Serve being brought over from Sydney McPhee, number 2. Vikings lead by 2, only needing 2 more to take the first set as well. Brought over, received by Addie Beck. McCandless to Beck on the left side, wide tap over, finds open space, finds the court for a kill, 24-21. Taway Peterson, number 16, with the serve, potentially the last one of the set. Roughly received by the Wasps on the right side, hard hit off the hands of Addie Beck and Molly Mitchell. 24-22, Vikings lead by 2. And number 6, Felia Lavia, number 6, the libero, to serve. Pushed over, and that one out of bounds. Vikings take the first set 25-22 on senior night. A great level of enthusiasm from the team and the student section. This is not something we've seen throughout the year. I am excited to get the team the recognition that they have deserved this year. Welcome back to the second set of the Pleasant Grove Vikings going against the Wastach Wasps in the last regular season game for the Vikings for senior night as well. Vikings take the first one 25-22 with the Wasps holding on very well towards the Vikings, even though the Vikings outrank them by 20 state rankings, which is honestly pretty impressive for the first game that we saw from the Wasps. I believe it was also a pretty close first set, and then the Vikings just took it out of the field in the second and third for the 3-0 sweep. I believe the first set went similar to the first. The second, I believe it was 25-12, and then the third was a pretty good one as well. As Molly Mitchell blocked there on the first rally on the right side, hard hit but received. Caitlin Stadward goes back towards the baseline and gets it. On the right side, denied from Marley Vaya, and Molly Mitchell, getting stumbled on my words with the names. I'm surprised I don't do it more often. Really just confusing with a couple of these names. As Addie Beck will come for the serve, received on the left side. Goes to two people, but still brought over from Abby Maxfield. Peterson to Marsh, hard smack off the hands of Milani Allred. Finds the floor, 2-0 for the Vikings. Brought over from Addie Beck. Annie Cronauer with a light tap over off the hands of, I believe that one was Marley Vaya. Finds the floor out of bounds, makes it 2-1 as Annie Cook with the serve. Brought over, received by Stadler on the left side. Marsh, a hard smack, but somehow received. Brought back over from Lavia. Peterson to Vaya. A diving attempt there from Annie Cook, unable to make it. Vikings lead by 2, 3-1. Molly Mitchell, number 7, with the serve. Received on the right side, hard smack. Addie Beck is there. Off the foot, one-footed jump from Olivia Marsh there. Another hard smack. Is there in time? Olivia Marsh spins around, and Marley Vaya gets the kill. What a turn of events for the Vikings. Oh my goodness. That makes it 4-1 for the Vikings. Molly Mitchell brings it over. That one up and out on that back right corner. Now 4-2. Brought over from Lavia. That one also up and out. Makes it 5-2. Quincy Harvey with the serve. Pulls it over, received by Annie Cook on the right side, hard hit. And that one is in on the right corner from Keely Allen. Makes it 5-3. Now coming to serve number 18, Macy Clark, sorry. Brought over, received by Addie Beck. McCandless to Tatum. Hard hit, deflected, and played on. Brought over, hits the poles, makes it a Vikings point. Now 6-3. Olivia Marsh with the serve. Brought over, received by the libero, Lavia. On the middle, hard hit there, tipped from Tatum Nelson there. Almost gets saved by Caitlin Stadler, just unable to make it. Makes it 6-4. Brought over, goes back towards the sideline, makes it 6-5 and an ace for the Wasps. As Sydney McPhee back at the serve. Caitlin Stadler with the reception. McCandless to Tatum, brought over, received it in the middle. Lavia on the right side, hard hit. That one goes out of bounds. Makes it a Vikings point from Abby Maxfield, hitting that one out on the right baseline. Now 7-5. On the right side, hard hit off of Olivia Marsh, flies back towards the stands, makes it 7-6. Brought over, received by Olivia Marsh. On the left side, a quick hit outside of the court, sorry. Now 7-7 after Addie Beck hits that one on the left. Brought over, received by Olivia Marsh. McCandless to Beck, cannot make it over. A 4 hit as the Wasps take the lead. Olivia, number 5, with the serve. Received by Olivia Marsh. McCandless getting there. Addie Beck bringing it over in the middle. A great dig there. And Abby Maxfield unable to make it over. That one hits the net, but a great dig from Sydney McPhee. Toy Peterson, number 16, with the serve. Cronauer with a hard smack down the middle, makes it 7-9. As that one will actually, sorry, the one before was a Vikings point. Sorry, 8-9. As Melania Allred with the serve. Pushed over, received by Caitlin Stadler. Peterson to Beck, hard smack, tipped and played on. Blocked from Cronauer gets blocked. Quick dump there. Peterson to Vaya. She gets blocked. Olivia Marsh unable to make a play on it. That brings the Wasps to double digits, 8-10. Moani Allred with the serve, received by Olivia Marsh. Peterson to Vaya, a little mistimed, but makes it work on the right side. Hard hit received by Stadler. Peterson to Beck, light tap over, pushed over from the libero. Peterson to Molly Mitchell, stuffed, but rides the net there. Hard hit received by Olivia Marsh, turning into a great rally. Peterson to Beck, white tap over, still played on. Oh my goodness, what a save. Peterson to Vaya, brought over, received on the back from McPhee on the right side. Hard hit tipped from Addie Beck. Peterson to Beck on the left. Hard hit cannot be saved by the libero. What a rally from both teams. Vikings come out on top of that one, now 9-10. Addie Beck with the serve, brought over, received by the libero, flies towards the net and unable to be played on. Brings a Vikings point, not an ace there because it hit the net, and 3 touches. Addie Beck back at the serving line, tied up 10-10. Brought over, received by Maxfield. Cronauer gets tipped from Marley Vaya. McCandless to Vaya, or sorry, that is Stadler to Vaya, gets the kill. Vikings take the lead, 11-10. Addie Beck at the serving line. Cannot bring it over, ties it 11-11 as that one drops back towards the Vikings' feet. Now coming into the middle of the second set, the Wasps holding their own very well. A big turn of events coming from the last game against the Wasps when the Vikings took a 3-0 sweep. Peterson, quick hit from Molly Mitchell, but Cronauer takes flight on that block. Oh my goodness, she got up there. Cronauer is a threat on the front line. She has, wow. She has been amazing as the lead blocker. Stadler, Olivia Marsh with a hard hit there, goes into the rafters, brought over. Addie Beck to Stadler to Vaya, light tap over, gets blocked, diving save. Peterson brings it over in 2. Quick hit to Cronauer. That one gets tipped and brought down towards the floor from Molly Mitchell. Vaya tries to make a play on it, cannot. Vikings take a deficit of 2, 11-13. Annie Cook with the serve, received by Stadler. Quick hit from Molly Mitchell, gets through Cronauer on the right side, blocks from Vaya. As who is Spider-Man? There's a person in a Spider-Man suit in the student section. I saw that when the student section did their block celebration. Now holding the V's up. Oh, he's just blocked from the scoreboard. Quick hit there from Allred. Cannot get it to work as Olivia Marsh with a great read tips it back in 1 towards the back left and gets a kill off of it, 13-13. Molly Mitchell back at the line. Received on the left by Killy Allen. Olivia Marsh gets blocked, but Tatum saves it. Brought over from Olivia as well. She's blocked again from Kernauer. Kernauer has shown some great blocking ability as they take a lead of 13-14. As Felia Lavia, sorry, that is a hard name to say real fast. Felia Lavia, received by Addie Beck on the left side. Brought over and one from Tatum, gets a kill there. Ties it at 14-14, going back and forth. Quincy Harvey checks in for Marley Vaya. Brought over from Quincy as well. Quincy Harvey picks up an ace. Vikings take the lead 15-14. A huge block from Tatum there. That one goes straight back down. Now 16-14. Brought over from Quincy Harvey, received by Felia on the right side. Blocked again from Olivia Marsh. Falls out of bounds for a Wasp. Point 16-15. As some quick rotations here from the Wasps, will bring in number 18 to serve, Macy Clark, as well as Chloe Harmon, number 25 as well on the middle. Brought over, cannot be received by Addie Beck, picks up an ace immediately after checking in. That is exactly what you want your lead server to do. Get in, get a quick point for an ace, and continue running that as well. Addie Beck receives McCandless to Tatum, an off-time hit, but works out in their favor as a light tap over finds dead space as no one to respond on the Wasps' end, makes it 17-16. McCandless to Beck White, offhand hit. Brought over and one, a great read cannot be made from number 4. I believe that one is Annie Cook. Makes it 18-16. Olivia Marsh, number 24, to serve to the right, and Cook receives, brought over on a punch. McCandless to Jocelyn Bard, makes it 19-16 as she picks up her first point of the night. Sorry, not her first point actually. She got one in the first set. Olivia Marsh back to serve, brought over, received by Cook. Olivia to Harmon, hard smack there. Olivia gets an arm to it but cannot play it. Makes it 19-17. Is coming to serve Sydney McPhee, received by Caitlin Stadler. Olivia Marsh to Addie Beck, pulled over, received by Olivia. on the right, hard hit, but drops down after the tip. Abby Maxfield picks up the point there, makes it a 1-point game, 19-18. Pulled over from McPhee, cannot be received by Olivia Marsh. Brings an ace to tie it at 19-19. As Vikings will take their first time out of the second set to break up some momentum here, as the Wasps have really been showing some great power and determination. Coming back from the timeout, game is tied at 19-19 in the second set. Sydney McPhee to serve, received by Caitlin Stadler. McCandless to Beck, hard hit, cannot make a play on it as that one is scorched. Vikings take a turn to their 20s, now 20-19. Received on the right side, brought over from Abby Maxfield as well. Great save there from Olivia Marsh. McCandless, Beck brings it over, received by the libero. Hard hit there, cannot be received by Morley McCandless, as I believe that was a family member or a parent that played that one in the stands. Now 20-20. Brought over from Lavia. Received, quick hit to Molly Mitchell. That one finds the back corner, makes it 21-20. Is now Vikings lead by one. Talay Peterson, number 16, a senior, comes to the serving line. Received by the libero. Cronauer with a quick hit. Blocks from Via, gets tipped off of, I believe that was number 6, Felia, or sorry, that was number, she's not even on the court. I believe that was either number 2 or number 3, being Sydney McPhee or Abby Maxfield. Either way, a Vikings point, 22-20. Serve received by McPhee. Quick hit from Cronauer as Olivia Marsh gets an arm to it but cannot keep it in play. Now 22-21. Served by Milani Allred, number 1. Brought over, received by Olivia Marsh. Peterson to Via on the left. That one goes soaring out. Tie game, 22-22. Serve from Allred, received by Marsh. Peterson to Beck. Hard hit, received by Allred. Punished in one from Molly Mitchell there. A hard smack. Wow, 2 voice cracks on the same play. That is not great. As that one soars up and out. Addie Beck back to serve. pulls it over and picks up an ace, brings them to match, to set point 24-22. Addie Beck brings it over, received by Lavia. Allred with a crazy set there, cannot make it over. Point set towards the Vikings. They take the second, 25-22, just as the first, and looking to continue into the third. As coming back into the third and potentially final set here in Valhalla, I will decide to turn on the HDMI, the camera sound, just so that you guys can experience this atmosphere with me, as this has been one of the craziest volleyball atmospheres I think I've seen at all. That typically at a home game, but just throughout all last year, I think the only thing to rival this game has been a home game against Lone Peak. That one honestly was probably bigger in a much more heated rival game against the Lone Peak Knights, either at home or at the Knights gym. I don't know if they have a name for it like we do it here in Valhalla, but actually, yeah, Lone Peak was definitely bigger, definitely more, a bigger student section, but this is a crazy game for the seniors. As to start it, Addie Beck will have the first serve, as I believe we're waiting on a line judge, and number 10, Charlie Daly, will take it. Addie Beck with the serve, pulled over on the right side, received and brought over That one flies out the back. Vikings take the first one 1-0 as Abby Maxfield flies that one to the back. Addie Beck with another serve. Cannot be received. That brings an ace for the Vikings. I don't know why, but as soon as I turn on the camera audio for you guys to hear this, the student section is all of a sudden gone quiet. Not sure what's going on here, but Addie Beck with the serve. Received, brought over from Maxfield. Caitlin Stadler cannot make the play. Oh my goodness, what a play from Olivia Marsh. Quick hit, cannot be made. Oh my goodness. What a save from Olivia Marsh. Ends out in a Wasp point, but holy crap. Melania Allred with the serve, received. Via on the right side, gets blocked. Tatum cannot make that, or Caitlin Stadler ties it at 2-2. Melania Allred with the serve. Pushed over, received by Olivia Marsh, but roughly as she brings it over as well, received by the libero. Allred to the right side, Maxfield received by Stadler. Peterson to Via, white tap over, gets tipped, but falls to the floor on the Wasps' end. Now 3-2. As what happened with this student section? Looks like everyone is still here, but no noise from them. As Spider-Man is still here, actually. Caitlin Stadler, number 13, with the serve, brought over, received by the libero, punished by Marley Via. She gets a quick kill on that one, 4-2. Caitlin Stadler back at the line. Brought over to the left side, libero barely. Cronauer hard hit, received by Caitlin. Peterson to Via, tipped off of Cronauer, received. Allred to the right side, hard hit but tipped. Molly Mitchell is there. Via brings it over. Allred with the reception, goes back, miscommunication from two as Lavia and Maxfield hit each other, but they both look okay. Makes it 5-2. Vikings lead by 3. I know this now. I will not have a voice by tomorrow. My throat is hurting. Stadler brings it over, diving save by Lavia, pushed over from the Wasps. Peterson to Olivia Marsh. What a smack! Vikings lead by 4. Caitlin Stadler back at the line, pushed over, received by Lavia. Allred to Sidwell, cannot be received as Addie Beck and Stadler hit each other going for the ball. Makes it 6-3. As that will bring Annie Cook to the serving line. Pushed over, received by Addie Beck. Peterson to Marsh as that one actually hit by the referee. Makes it 6-4. As Annie Cook back to serve, received by Caitlin Stadler. Peterson to Via, received Allred, brought over from Allen. Peterson to Olivia Marsh, a tip from Cronauer. Lavia to Allen as well, received by Stadler. Via on the right side, hard smack off the hands of Annie Cook. Makes it a Vikings point after that one flies back 7-4. as Jocelyn Bard, number 26, checks in to the game as well as coming to the serving line. Vikings have a lead of 3, received by Lavia. Allred to Knauer, quick hit, just gets past Bard, tips off her hands and flies out. Now 7-5. Number 6, Lavia. Again, I'm not gonna try that first name. Ewanazia? That's my extent of trying with that name. I'm sorry, but I am not good with names. That one flies out for a Vikings point, 8-5. Vikings going on a good run here in the third, leading by 3, as the Wasps struggling to keep up now, still holding it to at most a 3 or 4 point. As what a serve from Olivia Marsh, dunks down, now 9-5. As Olivia Marsh really having a breakout game today, getting her playing time, letting her shine, as almost picks up another ace, brought over from Cook as that flies back. Vikings take a lead of 5. Show me up as soon as I say it. I say there wasn't more of a lead than 3 or 4. Now they take a lead of 5. Pushed over, received from Allen. Allen takes it over as well, received by Stadler. McCandless mistimed, but barely gets a finger to it from Molly Mitchell. Finds dead space just in front of the line, makes it 11-5. Olivia Marsh back at the serving line. Barely received from Allen as she fails to bring it over as well. 12-5 as the Vikings take a 7-point lead, as that will bring the Wasps to take their first timeout of the match. As Vikings really having a great set now, as the Wasps really kept them to it and really was just a close game until the Vikings broke out in the end of the 2 sets, 25-22 in both, taking a win of 3, but Vikings having a lead of 7 coming out of this timeout. Olivia Marsh with the serve, received by Cook. And what a dump there from Allred, still brought over from Marsh, received by Lavia. Allred to Lavia. Sorry, there is 2 Lavias. I didn't say that, but there are 2 Lavias. Addie Beck brings it over. Allen gets blocked from Molly Mitchell. Stadler to Quincy Harvey. That one flies back. Makes it 12-6, ending the Vikings' run. That will bring number 18, Macy Clark, to the serving line. Pulled over, received by Addie Beck. Stadler to Beck again, light tap over towards the middle. Libero brought over from Harmon. That one flies out on the left side, makes it 13-6. Molly Mitchell comes back to the serving line as the Vikings lead by 7. 13-6. Make that 6 as now 13-7 as the serve from Molly flies towards the back corner and barely out of bounds. That will bring Sydney McPhee, number 2, to the serving line. Pulled over, received roughly. Addie Beck cannot get there. Brings an ace for the Wasps, now 13-7. As now a lead of 7. I can't do math. Or I really can't do math. That is a lead of 5 for the Vikings. Serve is received. Quincy Harvey tipped and played on. Libero brings it over, received by Stadler. McCandless to Beck, hard hit, cannot make it in time, down on that back edge. Tries to get received from number 6, Falia Lavia. I'm honestly so shocked that I haven't messed that one up horribly yet. Talay Peterson, number 16, with the serve. Brought over, received by Falia. On the right side by Lavia. Via with a hard attack, cannot make it. That one flies over, now 14-9. Which I honestly, I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. I'll just call number 6, Falia Lavia, just by her first name. And her sister, I believe it's her sister or cousin, by the last name Lavia. A great placement from Via there. Still played on Olivia Marsh to Talay. Great placement from Tatum Nelson. Finds open space, gets a kill, 15-9. I said 9 really weird there. Addie Beck with the serve, pulled over towards the back, received by McPhee on the right side by Harmon. Hard smack towards Addie, cannot make it. Now 15-10. Serve from Allred there, hard, wow, pushed over in one from Marsh and punished by Cronauer there. Caitlin cannot make the save. Allred to Marsh again. Peterson to Via, just over the blockers. Allred on the right side to Maxfield. Can make it over, blocked down towards the Vikings' feet. I keep adding a point towards the Vikings, not towards the Wasps. Force a habit, you could say, as Allred comes back to the line. Tatum Nelson, Caitlin Stadler brings it over. Allred Cronauer blocked, solo by Tatum. Tatum with a great denial there. Takes a Vikings lead of 4 as Caitlin Stadler comes to serve. Received by Maxfield. Allred to Cronauer. Received by Addie Beck. No play made. Looked like it might have been going over, but stays on the Vikings side, but barely cuts the Vikings lead to 3. Serve from Annie Cook. Received by Caitlin Stadler. Peterson to Via on the left side. The right side, hard smack off the hands of Annie Cook. makes it 17-13. As the stands getting a bit more fired up into the later stages of the third, the Vikings with a lead of 4. As Jocelyn Bard with the serve, pulled over, received on the right side, hard hit, or medium speed on that one from number 18, Macy Clark. Jocelyn Bard back at the serving line. Another solo block against Cronauer, this time from Molly Mitchell, now 19-13. Jocelyn Bard back at the serving line. Vikings hold a lead of 6, 19-13. Received by Falia. Cook to Allen, received on the knees of Stadler. Marsh brings it over off the hands of Allred. Flies towards the Viking stands, now 20-13, as the Wasps will take their second time out of the set. Clearly rattled by the Vikings having a great breakout set. Coming back, as I would like to say, the Vikings having a great student section, an amazing little timeout break. Wow, what a save. Cronauer punishes with it, coming over in 2. Stadler makes a diving save. Didn't see Addie Beck behind her, ready to receive it. Now 20-14, Vikings lead by 6 with, let's see, who's up to serve for Lavia, number 6, the libero. Pulled over, received by Addie Beck. McCandless, quick hit to Molly Mitchell. That one flies back. Vikings point after that reaches the stands off the hands of Annie Cook. Vikings lead by 7. Olivia Marsh back to serve. Cannot make it over. That one hits the net, drops back on the Vikings end, 21-15. As that will bring number 18, Macy Clark, to serve for the Wasps. Pulled over, received by Addie Beck. McCandless to Beck. That one stays in on the right side. Sorry. As they take a lead of 7 now, 22-15. McCandless always getting there on those assists. Pretty sure she's racked up probably close to 650 by now, closing in on 700. As what a save there brought over from Lavia. McCandless to Tatum, saved from Annie Cook on the right side by Allen. That one tipped off the hands of, let's see, number 33, Quincy Harvey, and Tatum Nelson. Sorry, couldn't see the number. as that will bring Sydney McPhee, number 2, to the serving line. Some great distraction from the Vikings, as that one cannot be played on, hits the net after McCandless tries to get an arm to it, makes it 22-17. McPhee back at the serving line, pulled over, received by Addie Beck. McCandless to Tatum, quick hit, falls through the defender from Harmon. 23-17, Vikings needing 2 more to take it. As Talay Peterson comes to the serving line. That one flies out, takes a Wasp point, now 23-18. That will bring number 5, Lavia, back to the serving line. Received by Caitlin Stadler. Peterson to Vaya, hard hit, received by Lavia, punished by Krenauer as a great read, finds open space, now 23-19. Lavia back at the serving line, received by Olivia Marsh. Peterson to Beck, white tap over, received by Cook. Quick hit there from Tatum, from Krenauer. Tatum gets a hand, blocks it towards Addie Beck. She doesn't make a play on it, as the Vikings will take a first time out, as the lead has been cut from 8 to 3. Back from the Vikings timeout, Lavia will take the serve, trailing by 3, received by Caitlin Stadler. Peterson, off-timed hit to Tatum, still makes it work. Quick dump as she dumps it right back. Now match point, 24-20. Vikings 1 point away from taking the 3-0 sweep. Addie Beck to serve, pulled over, received by Cook. Maxfield brings it over, received by Stadler. Peterson via up. What a save attempt off the foot. That one would have been crazy. I was ready to, I don't know what I was ready to do, but I was ready to do something. That makes it 24-21 as Milani Allred, number 1, comes to serve. That one cannot make it over the net. Vikings take it 25-21 for the 3-0 sweep against the Wasatch Wasps here in Valhalla on senior night. Vikings, a great game for them. The seniors really showed out. I think the only player that wasn't a senior that played the game today was number 18, Marley McCandless, who they brought in to be a setter, as a phenomenal take. Now Vikings 17-9. Now 13-1 in region, remaining in first to finish out the regular season. Vikings will go into the state tournament, I believe, depending on the other games that happen today, will be the third seed. So I do not know if that will actually get them a bye or not. We will see. I'll get that posted immediately as UHSSA posts that on their Instagram. So if you want to see that before PGSN posts it on their Instagram, then go and follow UHSSA, sorry, as that is the Utah High School Sports something association. I don't really remember the full name, but Vikings take it on senior night as John Hanks, the principal, cutting off the music to say a couple words. As I was really about to end it right before P. Hanks came out. As Vikings take Region 5A, Region 7, 13-1, as the stands storm the court for the last time for the seniors at their home site here at Valhalla. I've said it like 5 times today. Oh, you can see Spider-Man now. As I would like to thank everyone for tuning in to tonight's stream. The next game that will be played is football, the first round of the playoffs. Vikings ranked 16th going against the 17th ranked Northridge, who I believe are, I think they are 4-5. We will talk about that on stream next time. Not sure if I really have the time to pull it up right now. You know what? We won't be out of here for a while. Let's do it. Guys, give me just 1 second to pull up Max Preps. As Northridge will be 4-5, 3-3 in region, ranked 64th in the state, as they take on Pleasant Grove. Wait a minute. Wow, the timing for the game has been moved from 6 p.m. to now 5 p.m. I'm not sure what happened with that, but we will still be there, as it will be at the Vikings home field here at the high school. And if the Pleasant Grove Vikings take it against Northridge, they will be going against number 1 ranked West in 5A, undefeated. Actually, I believe they've lost once. Yeah, they are 9-1, 7-0 in region. Wow, I just clicked on them. They beat Cypress last week 69-6. Wow, I believe the only team they've lost to has been Orem. As I'm getting way sidetracked here. We're here for volleyball, not football. It is a volleyball type of night, as the Vikings will win in a 3-0 sweep, the second sweep against the Wastach Wasps this season, looking to go into the state tournament and make something happen, get their revenge last year, as it may be a struggle against Woods Cross, as they're 26-1 in volleyball, undefeated in region at 15-0 now, as that will be a big game to see if they play each other, as I believe just above the Vikings is, let me check one last time. See, as Vikings are ranked 11th in the state, but for 5A, here we go. As The only other team is Skyline and Woods Cross above the Vikings. Skyline being 17-6, having probably just one more win under their belt after tonight. So they will probably go in 18-6 as the Vikings go in 17-9, and Woods Cross will go in 26-1 unless some huge upset comes in last second from tonight's games, as we will get that updated. We will push out the the bracket as soon as that comes out. And for the last time of the regular season 2025 to 2026 girls volleyball 5A Region 7, I am Boston Harding here with Pleasant Grove Sports Network. And one last congratulations to all the seniors on this team. We will see you at state.